Hey everybody, Danny Mod here. Thanks for joining us. This week I've got one of my favorite drills to improve your overall consistency in your golf swing, whether it's your irons or your driving. What's more, I'm going to show you exactly how to practice that drill and then how to transfer it to the golf course. You know what it's like. You've probably watched a video like this once or twice before. You go on a golf course and you now have got so many things going on in your head. It's like, oh, how do I play? Well, if you've got too many things going in your head, it's because you're not practicing correctly. You're not, in a sense, kind of learning to practice it and then put a system in place so you can transfer it seamlessly to the course. In this week's training, I'm going to show you exactly how to improve your consistency with a drill and then how to take that drill easily out onto the golf course. Before I do though, if you're new to the channel and this is one of your first videos, consider subscribing. If you press that little bell button next to the subscribe button, you get notified every time I release a new video. Now, consistency, what is it? Well, consistency is clearly, look, we want to consistently strike the ball a bit better, we want to consistently hit it longer, we want to consistently hit it straight. Question is, how? Well, look, this video is not going to be long enough to introduce you to all the reasons why people are inconsistent, but let me pick out a couple of the most common. The most common reasons I find that people are inconsistent is they don't, in a sense, turn their bodies simply. They tend to move their bodies around rather than spiral their bodies. And the second thing they do, they tend to, in a sense, try to put the club into all these various different positions as opposed to allow their body to kind of guide the club and put the club naturally into a position or the positions it should be in. So that is what we're going to cover in this week's training. So how do you get started with that? Well, let's have a look at this. Let's start with establishing a really good posture first. The first thing I want you to do to establish a good posture is move your feet up and down here. This gets your legs in a nice balanced position. And then I want you to imagine someone's coming at you and you're going to dodge them, right? So you imagine you're coming at me, you're going to dodge me. That gets you the right kind of balance, the right kind of tilt over here, and you're ready to go. Once you've done that, what I want you to do now is this. I want your arms to kind of push down to the ground here so the biceps are now connected to your chest. And from here, what we're going to do, we're going to move the palms up here. Now, what that will do is it will cause a little tension in your forearms here. Now, at this stage here, we're ready, we're balanced. Still feel like you can move those feet. Now, we're going to learn now, if you've been struggling with takeaway moves, things like taking it around here too much, lifting it up, using your shoulders, this is going to really, really help. So, your palms are up, your biceps are connected. Now what we're going to do now is this. We're simply just going to move those arms backwards and forwards. Backwards and forwards, just to there, just past the right leg. Okay, nothing's happened. Now, traditionally, what would you see with people without a club? You'd see shoulders moving, you'd see swaying going on, right? But we're not doing any of those things. We're learning the feel of a takeaway without a golf club, okay? The second thing from here, what do we do from here? From here, we're going to move into the backswing. From here, from the big toe of the left foot, we're going to now spiral up to the top by throwing the hands to the palms to the ceiling. Just like that. Now, some of you out there are not going to be able to get completely up there. In fact, you'll feel, if you try this right now, you're going to feel a bit of tension. You feel like, oh my God, I can only get my hands to here. No problem. That is just because you're a little bit tight around the back. That's fine, absolutely fine. You go to wherever you can do, but the feeling is that you're going to try and get the palms to the ceiling here. And what it creates is a wonderful spiral of the body upwards as opposed to a sideways motion or just a random shoulder motion, okay? Those are two things that, again, I think lead to a lot of inconsistency. So palms to the floor, moving backwards, so it's palms here, and then, watch, palms to the ceiling here. So my right arm's palms to the ceiling here. There we go. I'm onto my big toe here. I've spiraled up like a corkscrew out of a bottle. And then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the arms back underneath my body to this position here. Look at that impact position. My hips have cleared, my weight's on my left foot here, and I'm ready and I'm really balanced. That is going to lead to a lot of consistency. Let's do that again. So I'm one here, palms to the ceiling here, and then I spiral back down into impact here. One of my personal faults, I'd get here, and I get here, I hook the ball sometimes, that's me sliding. We don't want that. So if you hook, that's tend to be a hooker's problem. Early extension, no, we're gonna rotate back down, so my hands look completely back underneath my body. Slicers do the opposite. Get to this position here. They might get the palms here, but then they throw the palms this way. Watch this. They get palms to the sky here, and they throw them outside. All things that are creating slices and hooks underneath, all right? Now, once you've done that a few times, what you want to then do is you want to take the feelings and then immediately start to hit some golf balls. Now, there's quite a lot in that one drill, and you might not want to do the entire drill all in one go. You might just want to think, do you know what? Let's solve the backswing and the downswing for a second. Let's just improve my takeaway. I know my takeaway is poor, so let's just improve that. So what you do is you take your takeaway and you go like this. You get the feel of that. Stop. Okay, right. Then go to a golf ball. Make the motion. Like a dance, I'm just getting a feel backwards and forwards. Notice this, I'm not allowing any of this step, I'm just literally moving the arms. Then I go to the golf ball. Small swings, just getting that sensation. Then watch this, I don't rush back and hit another golf ball and try and copy that, because again, I don't want to give myself any verbal instructions. I want the drill to tell my body what to do. Remember, your body and your muscles will speak a different language. They don't listen to words. They listen to images, feelings, and sounds. So the drill provides you, or your body, with the knowledge, the lesson, let's say. So I'm being quiet now for a second. I'm feeling this motion. Backwards and forwards. And then, in I go. In we go, backwards here. Fantastic, all right? Now, we'll go on to how you transfer that onto the golf course in a second, but if we were gonna do that now with the backswing position, let's say this is pretty good and you wanna work on the backswing, the same principles apply. You've nailed this position here, this is working good, so now you wanna learn the feeling of the top of the backswing position. Here, yeah? Then you follow exactly the same system. You kind of go through this, then hit some golf balls. Now let's look on the way down. A lot of people really want to work on the downswing. So let's have a look at this. This is one of my things. So this is pretty good here. So I get myself to the top here. Now what I want to do is I want to feel this. So I feel the rotating back underneath. Feel my palms going right underneath my body. Personally, I get here and slices get out here. So once I've done that a few times, I go, okay, right. So back, bang, back, bang. In my go. Back, bang. Okay, put it down. I know I go again. I'm trying to feel the motion. 1, 2, 1, 2. Really trying to give my body the information without me speaking to it. I allow the drill to speak to my golf swing. I don't do the work. My verbal doesn't do the work. Then I go back. And I try and feel that motion again. Now, just by rehearsing the drill over and over again, you're starting to get those sensations. The shots might be inconsistent to start with, not a problem. You just build the feeling in first. Then, once you start getting the idea, so let's go back to the takeaway mode. You're working on a takeaway motion. How do you then transfer that to the golf course? You can't think of all these things. It's too complicated, isn't it? So then what you do, you need to start to work on a system. So, let's start to have a look at how we can introduce the takeaway move into the golf swing. So you get yourself set. You can't do all this on a golf course. There's not enough time. But what you can do is you can reverse the second bit. So what I want you to imagine is there are 2 boxes here. This is your, in a sense, your play box. And this here is your, in a sense, your technical box, your think box, the things that you've been working on in your range session. And what you do is you stand in this technical box here. And what you're going to do is you're going to feel this takeaway motion. Maybe it's a backswing for you, or the downs. It doesn't matter which one you work on, but you're feeling this motion here, and then you swing. The final swing you do is you're looking at where you want the ball to go, you're seeing the target, one last rehearsal, go, and then it's time to play. Now it's time to play. We're not messing about, we're seeing where we're going, we're hoping all the practice has paid off, and away we go. And that becomes your system. Now, is it going to be perfect? Of course it's not. It's not going to be perfect. It's not even going to be as perfect as the range. You don't have the luxury of hitting lots of golf balls. But the idea is that you're building a system that isn't overthinking. You're trusting that over time, your body's going to pick up on these motions. But what is true, if you're over this golf ball and you're thinking of 1,000 things, oh, I've got to turn the backswing here, and I've got to do the backswing, I've got to transfer my weight, and your body can't think of all those things in 1.5 seconds. It's just not going to happen. So let's do that again. I'm in my technical box here. I'm getting the sensation. There's the motion. That's what I'm after. Swing it back. I'm visualizing where the ball's going now, picking my target out, getting a feel for this. One last rehearsal. And now as I cross into this box here, I'm not thinking at all. I'm just visualizing the ball going towards the target. I might want to feel this motion, but I'm not thinking about it. And away we go. And you do that for anything that you're actually working on. Now, if you get 100 golf balls, I recommend if it's a brand new thing, technical thing, 75 of them, maybe work on your technique, 25 on your routines. If you're starting to have a lot of competitions coming up or you're playing regularly, then increase the amount of routines you do versus the amount of technical work you do. Always have a target in mind when you're playing. So let's summarize. What have we done? Well, we want to improve your overall consistency. How do you go about doing that? I said, look, there's two major things. You don't want the hands waving around and you don't want your body waving around. A great drill for this is this one. Now I've got this exact same drill, a more detailed drill of this, a more detailed analysis in this top right-hand corner. I'll put it up there for you to go into. But I want to show you the full width of how you can practice it. So your palms are here, palms to sky. Get that sensation here. Push it straight back here, and then palms to sky. And then from here, watch this. We're going to rotate back underneath here. So look at that position there. I'm right underneath. I'm not ahead of the golf ball. I'm right over the ball here. My palms are in front. For those of you who slice, you'll come this way. For those of you who hook like me, sometimes you come underneath. It just helps you maintain the balance of the body and get you that sensation. The other thing here with what's happening at the fingertips, you're not rolling your hands, you're not rolling the shoulders. Everything, look here, and then watch this from the big toe of my left foot. I'm spiraling up to the top as my palms go here. And that's it. Then from there, you then work on alternating the practice. So what you're doing is you hit a ball, maybe then go to a drill. Allow the drill to speak the body's language. Let it teach you what it needs to do, as opposed to just bang, 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 hit golf ball after golf ball after golf ball. And then finally, you've got to transfer that to a golf course. You haven't got time to work on all these things, so then follow a system. Put those boxes in play here, stand behind, felt the feeling, walk to the shot, and then away you go. And then just start to enjoy just playing golf. Hope you enjoyed this training. If you did, give it a thumbs up and maybe share it with a friend who could do with a little bit of help on how to practice and how to improve their consistency. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, maybe come and join us next week by subscribing and pressing that bell button. But until next week, have a great golfing week.